Hey guys, little bit of audio problems. Frack, this thing shut down as I was just trying to set it up. Oh man, I don't know what happened. It just died. Let's see here. I'm gonna try one last time. Nope, it's just dead. Oh, there we go. Finally. Damn. Okay, I like this mic better. Okay, guys, can you hear me? Hopefully. All right, guys. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this live stream with just me, Mr. D, solo with you. Bitcoin, you know, had a rough weekend, right? We dumped heavily after making an all-time high. And I told you guys, if you're watching my show, that you can buy the dip that was coming. And if you bought the dip, you're now in profit. Yep, that's right. Buying the dip, it's a little bit difficult, but when you do it and do it right, especially when we're moving higher, you can make some money. Now, I know most y'all, right, when you guys bought just some Bitcoin, because a lot of people, you know, FOMO'd into the Bitcoin going higher, right? You were like, oh, damn, it went down. Yeah, a lot of you had FOMO, didn't you? FOMO'd. Yes, Mr. M, if you're asking where Mr. M is, he is in, what's it called, Las Vegas right now, partying hard. I'm here in Dubai, staying here to entertain y'all, whilst Mr. M just goes and parties, right? He promised to come and show up for the party here, but he's nowhere. Because, you know, I mean, he just came back from, he's in a different time zone. The guy didn't sleep properly and stuff like that. He's probably just passed out. All right, so if you missed Mr. M, that's cool. You could always head over and hit the like and subscribe and follow Mr. M and check out our last video here where I give away some serious secrets, right? And yeah, and you can, me and Mr. M, you can get your Mr. M fix from that video right there. All right, let's see. Good morning from Estonia. How you doing, man? Oh, cool. Nice to meet you, Mr. Estonia. Right, let's see here. Oh, Bitcoin of Japan. Jasmine is the Bitcoin of Japan. Okay, whatever. Maybe it's a coin. I don't know. Let's see here. Do I remember you? Queen of Crypto. I think so. I think so. Yes, the Queen of Crypto. Okay, let's see here. Who else is here? How is the Empire? Well, you know what? Let's see if we can bring that up. If I can bring it up, I'll show you how the Empire is doing, right? For medieval empires, I probably can't, because it's, you know, yep, I got to update it and stuff like that. So that's the problem, right? It's always updating. So maybe another time I'm going to have to bring that up for y'all. And then I'll show you the empire, medieval empires. Hey, good morning from Romania. Yes, how you doing? How you doing? Romania in the house. Okay, so, all right. Well, I was trying to bring up medieval empires, but you know they wanted me to download something. So okay, moving on. All right. With that said, right, when someone says BTC's 112K was the top, I'm like, what's wrong with y'all? Right? Oh my, damn. Man, these people are crazy. They be crazy. I know, pain hub for people who bought the top, right? Right, and then yeah, this is what happens generally to most people, right? When they buy crypto, they immediately see red. But that's okay. That's okay. I mean, this happened to people here, right? I mean, if you bought, right, when this guy was saying, here, let's play the clip.
Now, if you actually think it's undervalued by that extent?
Well, you know, we think the best approach for most people is just to put 1% or 2%.
Are you saying that? I get that if you're somebody who's got a lot of assets. I still think it's crazy. But for a retail investor, somebody who's saving for retirement and putting that aside, that seems crazy to me.
Well, it's basically the idea that you can afford to lose 1% if that's 1% of your portfolio.
That's crazy. You might as well throw it away on high fees to an investor, to an average like this. You're taking a flyer on that. You don't know where it's going to go or what's going to happen.
Well, in a way, that's right, Becky. That for the majority of people, it's 1% is like a small risk bet. But Bitcoin makes all of its gains in 10 days in a year. I think this is an example that if you exclude the 10 best days, Bitcoin loses 25% a year. So you gotta essentially hold it or hodl it, as they say, to really capture the gains.
Now,
Yeah, there you go. So anybody who listened to her and said, yeah, it's crazy, they felt really vindicated when Bitcoin dumped below 3,000, below the 5,000 mark that did here. After rising up to 14,000, of course, it went to 14,000 first. Before I did that, it went to 14,000 and then dumped back down to 3,000. And you were like, yeah, let them buy into that Bitcoin, right? During the pandemic, right? But you know what happened next, right? Yeah. It went to 60,000. 60,000. So this is I told you so moment. That's a moment where Tom Lee gets to laugh at that lady who called him crazy. All right, guys. You know what? I'm struggling here to keep up because I'm trying to answer you. I want to answer your questions later. I'm gonna star some of these things. But yeah. Keep bringing me your questions, and I'll do my best to keep an eye out because I'm doing this solo, so it's going to be a little tricky. All right. Now, if you don't want to listen, Ray, that's okay, right? BlackRock, Ray, they have 10 trillion, right? They think 10 trillion is what Bitcoin's going to and could replace the dollar as the next reserve currency. They recommend a 2% allocation to all institutions. This is not priced in. Yes, 2% here would have been good, right? 2% here is good, but you're not going to do it. You're not. You're going to stand on the sideline and buy when this is 10 trillion. No, 90% of y'all. That's it. But, hey, in a moment of, you know what, I'm going to go not just 2%, all in.
The U.S. Has 11 million years of workers' wages buried in a stone pyramid in Kentucky in gold. That's obviously very antiquated. That's what the pharaohs did 40 centuries ago. I think that'll be transferred into crypto, Bitcoin, over the next few years. U.S.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, right? All money is a storage of your work energy. And Bitcoin is the best storage of your work energy. If you don't believe that, if you can't wrap your brain around that, if you can't say, yeah, I better store my wealth in this asset that will protect me in the future, because I know I'll be able to buy more stuff with this asset, well, then you will suffer the consequences. You will learn the hard way, which most people will do. And they will come running in, and they'll blame all the people who bought ahead of time. It's your fault. You should have bought when I won back then. I didn't get any. Yeah, well, dude, there's lots of evidence to do this, man. You knew about Bitcoin when people were talking about it. Everybody knows what Bitcoin is now. Everybody. They've heard of it. You didn't take the time to study, right? That this is going to be the money. All right, moving on. Monetary reset. So I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to be the world global currency during the reset. I don't know when it's going to happen. We don't know. Maybe it's going to happen during the presidency, Trump, and if it does, it's definitely going to be gold. Just let's get real here. If it's Bitcoin, that would be a bad idea because they don't know how to price it. right? And on top of that, all they'll do, right, is if they did that, it would be kind of clever, actually, now that I think about it. Because if they just kept this current system, right, where they kept printing more money, and then they just, oh yeah, it's backed up by Bitcoin, right? You can't get any, but it's backed up, right? If they did that, right, and we can keep the system, they keep printing, right? They can then blame Bitcoin when the system collapses, the US dollar collapses, and say, it's because we try to back it up with Bitcoin. That's why it collapsed. We're just so dumb at the government. That might work, actually, yeah. And then, you get they get more people scared of Bitcoin, and whilst they get a chance to buy it for cheaper, right? So, yeah, that would be actually very clever, actually, now that I think about it. If you don't know about the reset, I think there's lots of evidence of that, and Mark Moss has a good explanation, right? Even it shows you a guide that they're going to probably follow in order to do this monetary reset. So there it is. I mean, listen, man. In this world, there are people who make things happen, people who watch things happen, and people who say, what the fuck happened? Are you going to be one of those last people, which is the majority? I hope not. And if you're not going to be one of those people, it's really simple. All you need to do is learn about the coming monetary reset and position yourself accordingly. The best bet, if you don't want to bother reading everything, is to just buy Bitcoin. Period. There it is, in a nutshell. You can survive. Bitcoin will help you survive whatever's coming, and you could just ignore everything else. All right. With that said, another person who understands the monetary reset, because, hey, you know what? Michael Saylor posted Bitcoin tracker again. Strategies are always announcing another Bitcoin purchase for the next day. And why? Because I only buy Bitcoin with money I can't afford to lose. Can you afford to lose your retirement fund? If the answer is fuck no, buy Bitcoin and forget the rest. If you're not willing to lose your retirement fund, buy Bitcoin, forget the rest. Right? If you have your retirement funds locked up in stocks, right? You need to move it all into Bitcoin ETF if you have to. Or Michael Saylor's, a portion into Michael Saylor's MSTR, right? You got to do it that way if that's your only option. That's it, right? Because honestly, you have no other choice, because you're going to lose everything you've worked hard for your life savings, so that you can have a decent retirement. Now, with Bitcoin, you'll have more than a decent retirement. You'll have the best retirement that you can ever imagine. But most of y'all won't do that, and most of y'all can't save. So it is what it is. And so you won't have a decent retirement, because that's what it requires, the ability to save and plan. Okay. And an interesting twist, I just found out Bybit, right, an Emirat Group hedge fund, launches a USDT-based trading. So I guess we're going to be trading with USDT on Bybit, maybe? I don't know. Let's see here. According to Emirat, Bybit will allow its users to trade major global stocks, IPOs, ICOs, products with leverage. Notably, traders will be able to purchase major U.S. stocks like Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon without ever converting their crypto to fiat. Mish. That's why you need to head over to Bybit. Let's see here. Bybit.davincij15.com if you're not American, of course, right? If you're American, you got to go to WEEX, WEEX.DaVinciJ15.com. And we sign up there. Boom. Boom. You're going to be able to trade stocks if you want, right? You can get MSTR. Even, woo, wow, even MSTY. You know what MSTY can do for you? 150%, what's it called? It throws off 150% dividends per year. Just that stock. It's not even a stock. It's an ETF. Damn, you could do that through Bybit. That would be the bomb, right? Solana will make everyone an investor, right? Tokenization could pave the way for widespread micro ownership of businesses as BD. The NCMO at the Solana Foundation. The current structure of capital markets is failing to serve the broader base investors, according to Akashi. Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I can't. My pronunciation of names is just horrible. My bad. Right, the non-chief marketing officer of Solana Foundation, during the panel at the Accelerate 2025 conference. Well, that's interesting. I don't know. That is going to happen, most likely on Ethereum. Why? I mean, honestly, I really think Solana is probably a good choice because it's faster and gets the job done, but it's sometimes online. And Ethereum has the strength where it's a solid system that doesn't go down. So if you're putting your stocks on, deciding to put a stock onto a specific system, which one would you choose, right? Right. Well, I get it. The Solana is the Funtime coin chain, Funtime chain. It is not the chain that's very reliable, right? And it can get the stuff done. Okay. All right. But it can do it on a fun way. Basically, Solana is fun to play with and stuff like that. And we make our meme coins there and stuff like that. And I don't think it's going to be the chain that people use. I might be wrong. Right? So don't quote me on that. Okay? But I'm thinking that they'll use some sort of Ethereum. What's it called? Not fork, but shard in order to run the network on that. So the whole stock market. So they'll supposed to have like a stock market shard of Ethereum. Okay. Moving on to the treasuries, man. Oh, wait a second. I think I missed the point. Bitcoin treasury companies will hold way more than the Bitcoiners expect. Yes, a Bitcoin executive claims exodus from fiat assets has already begun, and Bitcoiners still underestimate how much Bitcoin treasury companies will ultimately hold. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's going to be an interesting situation, right? Set the stage. There's 1 quadrillion of assets valued in the world. Bitcoin's just 0.2%. Yee. So, if Bitcoin becomes, I don't know, 20% of that, which, right, it can be, right? Because equities and stuff, like, take a look at equities. Why would it suck out all the equities, bonds, and stuff like that, and go into to move this to 200 trillion? Because equities, bonds, real estate are high risk, right? Either high risk, illiquid, or is is risky in the long term, such as bonds. So the equities are high risk, right? The risk assets, which if money, Bitcoin is going to be money, so that means it's a non-risk asset, right? It's a zero risk asset, not zero, but close to it, right? And then we have real estate, which is not a high risk asset, but it's an illiquid asset, right? And then you have bonds, which is not a high risk asset, but it is a high risk in the short term, but it's a high risk asset for your long-term wealth. There's a clear indication of what's going to happen. Even just 20% might be just freaking low. Boom. Boom. And so these treasuries, man, they're going to load the boat. They're going to hold this because they understand that concept that you don't. So they're going to buy Bitcoin left, right, and center like you should be doing, but you're not. All right. With that said, we're going to move on to that section of the show where, you're going to need a soap and towel, man. It's going to get ugly. Ugly. Right? We're going to see we're going to buy some nasty stuff, things that you should not be buying, things you'd be going like, what's wrong with you? And should you buy any of those assets, any of those high quality assets, and it goes to zero, that's your fault insurance. If I buy those high quality assets and I secure my bloodline, that's my fault insurance. If you feel that that was not fair because I told you not to buy, that's, again, your fault insurance. So you decide if you want to buy or just say, I don't know.
How about no?
That's totally up to you. All right, so let's bring up my portfolio. Let me just enter my password and stuff like that. Boom. It's awake, my portfolio, and it is something else. Look. Boom. Boom. 13,000, man. Look what Pebble Peep did. Pebble Peep went in deep. Boom. Boom. Wild Mount is like just scratching that Pebble Peep. Waffles right behind it. Look at that. Ooh, nice. Popcat popping up. Dog whiff hat. It's dog whiffing a hat. Yeah, look at that. The goat. Godius Maximus. Look, man, this house thing, man. Jesus, did not see that coming. Damn. Vibecat vibing. Damn. You know what? Just $1 took off. Just when I decided not to add, it took off. But let's take a look at that, actually. Let's take a look because I think it came back. So maybe we can jump in. Let's jump in. But then again, the reason why I did not buy, because even if it does take off, yeah. See, the problem was the high was here. The predicted high. And it was exactly as predicted. Exactly. Yes. Back in the trenches. Exactly as predicted. And so, I don't know. This thing popped off. And the only thing is, it's going to come back. If it doesn't break this, I don't know, this year. Right about here. Right? Break that. And if it can just create some sort of like uptrend here, right? I don't know. It'll just be the beginning of an uptrend. So I don't know. It's just gonna come all the way back down. And I can't in good conscience, based on the TA, tell you to buy this, man, or even buy it myself, right? because it pumped exactly where I thought it would. Now, could it pump again and do something crazy during the the altcoin season that we're gonna have, right? The mini altcoin season. Yeah, yes, it can. But if you're gonna buy this, the best thing for you to do is to buy this at the sensible area, which is, assuming this is the jump off point, is well, almost there, 78.6 or lower, so under the 8 million market cap, and don't even bother, right? But make sure you do a small percentage of your net worth, or else you're going to get killed. Okay, where did I do that? Where I can't believe this. I don't know which tab I'm on. Am I blind? There it is. There we go. Okay, there we go. I overstepped. What's it called? Waffles. Poor waffles. Okay, there we go. Okay, so let's take a look at some of the things we were looking at last time. Oh, Giga. See, it's holding. See this? This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see, right? Boom. Right? It's going to hold all the way here. This is where you want to buy some of this if you want to. I already got enough, I guess. I don't know. Let's take a look. We got the Giga Chad happening. Because the Giga Chad at least will give us a double. Come on, Giga Chad, where are you? I can't find it, so I'm just gonna go boom and Control V. See how much I got if I swap this. Wow, $400. So you know what? I'm just gonna hold that. I'm gonna be all right with that. And if it gets to the 61.8, we'll sell. We'll sell. We out. We out. Giga Chad. We get a double on that. We get to $500 million. Yeah, we out. We out. Giga Chad out. Okay, looking at VibeCat, nothing new here. But let's start. Oh, Dark Horse. I heard that Dark Horse. No, I thought it was gonna go higher. No, nothing going on with Dark Horse. It's just sitting in the dark, right? Purple Peep winning deep with Purple Peep. Wow. Damn. This ain't playing. Look at that. It went all the way up to $42,000 market cap. Now, you're like, what the hell, you guys? What the hell? You might, if you're new to this channel, Peppa Peep was the original asset that we bought when we were doing that. We were thinking the show that came up with Peppa Peep. We came up with the show because we were sitting down to dinner with Crypto Kid and a few other people, and yeah, I know the Dark Horse, and the Dead Horse, yes. We were sitting down. Anyways, we were sitting down and we were having dinner and we were buying a bunch of crappy meme coins, and we saw Peppa Peep and we were like, yeah, Peppa Peep. Let's go deep with Peppa Peep, and we all bought this crap coin, and obviously it rugged, but we were just having fun with that. So that's why it's the mascot. And then we thought, why don't we do a show? Why don't we do a show with Peppa Peep, right? We get Peppa Peep, right? We talk about buying these crappy meme coins and laughing about it and go, like, right, whenever we lose, we go. We suffer from
emotional damage.
Exactly. Every time we try to buy to secure our bloodline. All right, so let's do that. Let's head over to the trenches and look into something. Look at this. Oh, let's lock in. Let's lock this in. Let's lock this in. Let's do it. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I feel locked in to lock in. Let's lock into that. Let's lock in. I feel security of the bloodline coursing through my veins as I consider buying this crap. Oh, shame. Can't even buy it here. You know, I don't know. Maybe I should, maybe it's just me, but maybe it's probably a dumb idea to do this, right? When we can't even buy it here, right? We have to go, we can't buy it on, what's it called? Phantom Wallet, and we have to go and buy it here. Maybe that's probably an indication that we shouldn't do it, but we're going to do it anyways. Because we're degens here. And degens, they don't even do any like an analysis of the coin. That's for losers. Yeah, right. We're gonna make, you know, huge money. We're locked in. We're locked in. What? What'd you say?
Bruh. Stupid.
I think maybe you're right. hey, well, half. Let's do half, right? And then, but you know what? We're gonna put some protection on this, right? We're gonna put some serious protection. We're gonna make this thing. If this thing doubles on us, we're gonna get our money back at least, right? There you go. We're not gonna be complete degens, right? And just, you know, let it ride, hope and pray. I wonder, did we get any selling? Ooh, look! Dark Horse paid us before it rugged. Blam. There it is. It's like this and like that and like this and Dark Horse got us paid before it died. It went dark. Bam. Bam. And you guys had no faith. Oh, damn. Damn. Bam. Not that we're, we're super rich now, but still. And it looks like we lost something on Moon Sandy. Yeah, I wonder how Moon Sandy did. Probably dead. Probably dead. Right? Ooh. We went locked in and it locked us out. Oh, damn. All right, next one. Let's find a secure bloodline. First human in the back room. What? This is so going to rug. I don't know. I'm getting that
How about no?
feeling. No to what's it called? First human in the back room? What? Yeah, okay, no. Yeah, look at this one. Look at this. Look at the quality. Look how much work and effort went into this one. Right? High quality. This one, right? Well, this one will definitely secure the bloodline, right?
Stupid.
How about no is correct.
How about no?
Ooh, there it is. Moon whale. Oh, man. The moon whale sunk to the bottom. But.
It could go higher.
I'm going to bet on that. You're like,
Stupid.
I'm still going to bet on it. Mm-hmm. I know. I know what you're thinking.
Bruh.
But I feel it. Moon whale. first warning, right? Something's up, but we're still buying. Let's see here, 0.1. No. Let's go a little bit heavier than that. 0.1. We're getting a whale. We're getting a whale bag, right? There you go. Look at that. And look, it's turning around. It's turning around. See? And you guys had no faith. Look, it's turning. Not the greatest looking turn, but hey, it's still turning. No! Oh man, as soon as you buy something, it's always the same. Goes red. But we're gonna put protection on this one because we have total faith in this moon. Oh damn. Okay, there we go. Half. And yeah. Wow. Damn. We got to go real high to get some half on a baby on this one. But who knows? I get that feeling that we will not suffer
Emotional damage.
Well, let's see. I mean, Moon Sandy suffered us, but who knows? This could be the beginning of a bounce, right? It could be, yeah. See, look. Whoop. Whoop. This could be the beginning of something special with the moon whale. Did you get some whales? Okay, here. Why bother with memes? Because it's fun. Okay? It's F-U-N. Fun. That's why. Every once in a while, we like playing with the memes. Everybody does. Everybody just goes, yeah, you know what? I want to buy a meme coin and watch it go to $1 million. And this is how you do it. You guys got to go looking in the trenches for the memes that are gonna take you to the moon. Let's see. Let's do a little bit of analysis on this one. See if. Oh damn, 58 followers. Okay. All right. So yeah, it doesn't look so good, but yeah, there's a chance. There's a chance. Slim one, but chance. Okay. Let's log in to. Let's see here. Is there anything looking really sweet? Quant? No. Prankify? Huh?
How about no?
Nope. Let's get one more. Let's see here. Mancoin. Looks like we missed it. And we're just buying the tops here. This one looked all right. This one had potential. Is there anything that we can like? What? 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 What the hell is this? Cat of Genesis. Watches the ego reconstruct. What? 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 What?
How about no?
Yeah. Let's not say we did. That's not even funny. Okay. Pig moon. What's with the moon animals, man? Let's see here. Pig moon. It's dropping. Right? It just dropped to 400. Ooh, look at that. We could have caught a double if we caught this like what? An hour ago? Damn. Now we're just catching the bottoms. That's dumpage. Let's see here. Ooh, stinky cat. What do you think, guys? Fart cat? Has it like hit the bottom and it's gonna bounce here? Yes, I think so. I think so. Yeah, we're buying the bottoms. Look at that. Buying the bottom. Oh, wait a second here. Combine. What? Is there any more tweets going on? May 24th. Okay. Where are they? 6 hours ago? Stinky cat. Yeah, it's still going. Still going. Let's get it. Let's get this stinky cat. Let's go heavy. Let's go heavy on the stinky cat. Why? Because, well, it's stinky. And, you know, the fart narrative, there's one warning. There's a second warning. Let's go heavy. I'm just feeling this one. I feel like security of the bloodline is a possibility on the stinky cat. So, of course, we're going to put some protection on that stinky cat, right? Because you don't want to get it going deep with a stinky cat without protection. Because I mean, you know, you don't know where that fart's been. Damn. Well, only one warning. See, that's why we had to go heavy. A whole quarter of a Solana. And you know, we will secure our bloodlines with this. The bloodline security is at hand with this coin. Boom. We have secured the bloodline with the fart cat. Yeah.
How about no?
Yeah, that would be probably right. That'd be probably right. Okay. With that, it's time to answer your questions. Let's see here if I have any questions that that could be answered before we cut the show. Oh man, thank you guys. You know what? There's let's see here. There's 4,400 of you guys watching. Let's see. On YouTube, 220. Yeah. Nice. Thank you guys. Thank you for coming out. All right. Let's see here. Questions. Got questions? I got questions. I got answers. All right. Let's see here. I'm gonna go to my favorites, people. Is investing in AI now the same as entering Bitcoin in 2012? Good question. Yes, but here's the thing, right? Investing in a particular stock, you're betting on the company doing well. That means the leadership, right? And the government that they manage, the government BS and everything, they do everything right. They have to do everything right for you to do well, right? Bitcoin is different in a sense of you don't have to worry about somebody else doing well, right? That's what the difference is between Bitcoin and investing in a stock of AI stock, right? You could invest in the general sector of AI though, right? And it will pay very well, of course, right? So yeah, you'll do very well, right? Will you outperform Bitcoin? Probably not. All right. Mr. Da Vinci, do you prefer any meme coins on Solana's blockchain? Yeah, work. waffles, and wow mau. There you go. Pump or dump today? You know what? I didn't take a look at the charts very well today. And I would have to say, just scanning through the chart, that it is it's not a pump to a new all-time high day, but I could be wrong on that. The volume, the indicators, they're overextended on the lower time frame, so good chance that we still need some time to consolidate before we go higher. But yeah, could be wrong. On the hourly, we already touched the 200 period moving average, which could indicate a move higher, right? Another pump higher, right? If it fails, yeah, then we will touch let's see here, the 200 period moving average on, here, I know you guys are not seeing this. The 200 period moving average is on the, what's it called? The 4 hour is possible next move. If we continue to flail about here for a while, then if this does not break and comes back down, we're gonna probably visit the 200 period moving average of the 4 hour. Okay. That probably didn't answer your question, but yeah. We'll just pump today a little bit and then probably most likely dump. Most likely. No guarantees on that. Why bother with memes? We already answered that because it's fun. What you have to comment on Australian government authorities? Yeah, run. Run. It's a prison, right? They turned it back into a prison in Australia. You just get out once you can. It is not good. Everything they do. I mean, come on. Did you not hear about how they wake people up and take them away to vaccinate them? They separated their children from their families to do that? To force vaccinate them like they're freaking animals? Hello? McFly, run! Right? I mean, that is like, oh yeah. Hitler's planning to kill all the Jews and black people and anybody else that he doesn't like. Should I stick around here? Let me think about that. Let me think for a second. What? What? Run! Oh my God. Just run. Yeah. Pay. Let's see here. What Pay is doing right on the alts here, on the meme coins. Yeah, Pay is it's holding its own. It's holding this level here. So I mean, this level has a long way before we hit it. But if we do hit it and then we bounce after that's it. It could be moon time on Pay. Could be moon time, right? Just take your own risks, do your own planning, and decide for yourself. Okay, I think that's it for today. Let's see if there's any questions that I might have missed. Don't see any. So, how do you view XMR? Well, I view XMR as a coin that people will use to hide money and stuff like that in the future, because Bitcoin is not going to be able to do that for you. People will be able to know that it's yours, right? Based on not people, but governments and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. I mean, you could do it in such a way that you can hide that it's yours, but man, the amount of work you have to do is monumental. All right, well, that's it for today. Thank you guys for coming and watching today's show and learning with us and having some fun. And we'll hope to see you tomorrow. And hopefully, maybe Mr. M will join us. Cheers.